Alright, dudes. Humanity is shackled. I will find the key. What are you on about? You're a chancer. Biology's habits are hard to break. It's finally time. First ever Overwatch 2 stream. And I don't want to make excuses, but not going to be playing in exactly the state I'm used to playing in because I was kind of a cretin last night. I accidentally almost completely blew out my hearing. It's just part of the job. Watching back my own content, making sure it's all neat and tidy and everything, and then because of the audio levels, I have to turn the volume up on what I use to listen to it, which is my phone, and then what do I go and do? Forget that it's still on that volume when I go to YouTube. Uh, and then I just innocently tap on a short and stuff. Yeah, there's a short that I want to watch, and then it's just blaring in my ears, and I'm like, oh god. Because thankfully, because I have lightning fast reflexes, I just pulled the headphones straight out, but like they're in ear headphones. But fucking hell, felt so stupid after that. So my ears are still a bit. It's just like I just said about biology. Yeah, I know it was an impression, but it actually kind of makes sense of what I'm talking about now. Your senses are sensitive, so if something harms them, they're gonna take an annoyingly long time to heal. But yeah, if anything like that's happened to you, just make sure you give it a chance. Like, say if something like messed with your vision, something got in your eyes or something like that, then just take proper care of yourself and everything, and let it mend. And I'll just throw it out there, just cause we were talking about health, if you get ill and stuff, like you get a cold or flu, I know it's not as prevalent this time of year because it's summer in the northern hemisphere at least, but vitamin C, just remember that's like the illness blaster. Yeah, you ever get ill, just have like 3 kiwis a day or something like that, and you'll be sure shooting at least sooner than you would be if you didn't eat them anyway. It's just reminding me of that one fucking time I had a gig, back in my college days. It was a public gig though, because I'm a musician, so I've been in at least one band, and it came to gig day, and what should happen, but like that I developed this headache, this really strong headache that just refuses to fuck off, and it's there from the beginning of the day, and it's just the entire rest of it, and just refuses to go away and die down or anything I tried to use to deal with it, like water and everything. And yeah, ladies that were working at the venue and stuff. It was like a pub sort of thing, and I think it was Briarfield, so it's kind of near where like the my town of Burnley. Um, they were very nice and kind and everything, and they were like almost motherly, so because they could see I was suffering something, so they were just trying to help me, and and I was thinking, I mean, I really appreciate it and stuff, and I'm grateful, but it's just like mm, nothing was working, nothing was making the headache go away, so it just ruined. Like I was just trying to, because I'm a drummer, like that was the only thing I did in gigs back then. Um, And yeah, I was supposed to be doing multiple sets, and each set was like 45 minutes, and I did one, and then I'm like, I just can't do another. Like, the more I was drumming, the worse it was making the headache feel. So I had to get off the stage and get off the stage and let the nephew, I think it was, who was one of the our mates, yeah, the like friend of the band. He was also a drummer, yeah. He was like the nephew of the person who ran the place. So yeah, like that dude had to go on the drums instead of me, and such bullshit. This is ruined, just completely ruined by that fucking headache that just had to pick that day to happen. Just that's just the way my luck's been my entire life, though. Yeah, I guess luck is what you receive and skill's what you give. Yeah, I give the best, I receive the worst. I guess the world just forces me to forgive it because it just doesn't want punishing. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna maltreat you this heavily and just not let you punish me for it. You know, because that's fair apparently. Oh, and I've had to strain every sinew not to be pushed over the edge by that or become too, you know, um, well, I want to avoid the Aquarius spirit, you know, as that's how I get, like I said previous stream, when I react. Destroyer mode. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a monster. I don't want to be psychotic. You know, I definitely don't want to be criminal. So, because, well, yeah, main goal requires me, you know, be out of jail. So, yes, luckily for me and for all of you, like all 8 billion of you, yeah, I value those things, like my life and my future, such to the point where I do everything in my power to avoid committing crime. You're welcome. Right. Kind of. It's I think in terms of time, I it's because it's Wednesday. I never really have that much because yeah, the meal I have assigned to Wednesday. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I do. Yeah, I assign meals to days. It kind of takes a while to like prepare and cook it and everything. So I'm always kind of pressed for time on Wednesdays. Um, but we'll see what I can do because it's the first time I'm streaming this game. Like I've streamed Overwatch 1 before, like years ago, with a different setup and stuff using the PS4 itself. But I thought this method is just what I'm used to now. It's like how I stream the other games I play, like on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it just gives me a bit more freedom as well. Uh, so I won't sort of. Well, I'll try not to waffle on too long and stuff because I've had some awesome ideas recently that I feel like I have to share at least some of like right now regarding this game, like crossovers in particular, because I know that's a thing now because they've already done the One Punch Man crossover. Yeah, it always seems to be Doomfist that gets really good skins. Yeah, I've noticed that. That's like a pattern with the ideas I come up with for crossovers. Like each one of the different franchises that a crossover could be done with. Yeah, Doomfist seems to get an awesome skin. Like Chad, yeah, if it was a Bleach crossover, or Knuckles if it was a Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. Yeah, it's just nice knowing that I could, yeah, if I wanted to go to the out of the game or something like that, I could, and it wouldn't kill the stream. Yeah, because I'll be using the setup I used to stream Overwatch 1. Yeah, it would kill it. Yeah, so I was like on rails and stuff. Yeah, like that limited and restricted that I had to just make sure I didn't do anything like that because it would just end the stream. So it's nice knowing that, yeah, using this format, I can, yeah, there's more things I can do. So let me just zoom the camera before I forget. I have my career profile on public. Like I don't mind people seeing it. I'm not one of those so and so's that makes theirs private. But yeah, as you probably would have guessed from the screen title, I am a Moira main. But yeah, don't fall into any categories. So yeah, because I'm not the typical anything. Definitely not the typical Moira main. So yeah, I don't fall into that category. So yeah, please don't try and pigeonhole me. It won't work. Um, let's see. That's quick play though. That's all modes. I think Sombra's only third because it's just objectively just really easy to just survive as her, especially on console. It's just she's just there's something about her kit, or it just I don't know, it resonates with like a console game. Let me just say that much. It's like the way people tend to play a console version of this game is that one button I win. It's not just ulting though. Obviously, that's like the I win button. That's why they made a challenge, like sort of referencing that. Um, but yeah, it's the whole sort of like when they get into trouble, they're just like using abilities. Like they don't care which one they use, which order it's in, and where they aim them. They're like, oh, I pressed one button. Oh, that'll save me, and it's kind of pathetic. But yeah, and I've also noticed patterns of ways that like I don't know. Things that it's only ever my teammates that do those things, and then other things where it's like only ever my enemies that do that. So yeah, I have a fair bit of time on everyone because I love me some Mystery Heroes. Yeah, that's like the only thing I ever really played nowadays, and has been for quite a while because it just it keeps me sort of fresh with like every character in the game because I don't want to get rusty as any of them. Hmm. But yeah, I'm a support main, so yeah, I'll obviously sort of do best as support characters. Um, hmm, what else is there to point out? Yeah, as it tends to go in Mystery Heroes, at least on console. Yeah, you kind of just notice that like if one team has a Sombra on it and the other doesn't, it's like whichever team has a Sombra on it just ends up winning, or even if they don't go all the way to winning, they're just in the lead or whatever, or they're just faring better continuously as long as they have Sombra and the other team doesn't. So, ugh. I wish it wasn't that simple, but I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it. Yeah, I think the critter's only so high as on the list as well because yeah, just like with Sombria, it's just kind of easy to survive as him, at least and especially on console. Uh, Cass is only so low on the list because he's his kit. I don't know it. The way he plays, it requires trust, and I so often just can't trust my teammates to help me out when I need help. So I'm just looking at them like, help me, and they're just like, nah, you can do that yourself, and they just let me die to whatever's like attacking me, and I'm like, okay, fine then. It's like if I can't get the thing off me myself in a way that anybody else wouldn't be able to get the thing off them alone, and yeah, if help is required from my teammates, I just know I ain't gonna get it. So same goes for Doomfist, yeah, and sort of Zen, sort of, but mm, yeah, it's reminding me of one match I had on Shambali where I was Hanzo. We were defending. I was Hanzo. I was really like far in the back line because the payload, the attackers were just trying to get it round the corner towards the second to last checkpoint in that sort of courtyard area, and I was at the back of that sort of thing where it goes into like the tunnel, and my teammates are at the front where it's like the rocky area and stuff of the sort of that very sort of like shallow sort of slope. Yeah, where the payload was. Just I was basically being an anti-flanker, and then there was a Reaper on the enemy team who just went round the back, and for some reason, because he would have to turn to his left to get to my teammates and start attacking them, he turned to his right first, saw me, and then just decided to go aggro at me and hunt me. And I'm like, no, I ain't giving you a free kill. And I would just use him wall climb and everything to just make it really difficult for him to get me and stuff. Because I'm like, aim assist is only going to help you so much. And then, yeah, kept pinging him. And then just my credit to him, my teammates actually just, yeah, they paid attention. And they were like, oh, you need help? Right, yeah, we'll be there and stuff. So they got him off me. And I was like, yeah, trying to shoot at him as he was going away, and then he was desperately doing Wraithform and stuff to get out of there. I'm like, yeah, you will be a coward now, won't you? As soon as you see I've got help. You were just hoping you'd be lucky enough, as you usually are. Like, you're hoping you'd be lucky enough for me to just get no help because of my teammates being... Yeah. Speaking of aim assist, though, I don't use it. You want proof? Fine. There you go. Gotta keep it like that. And you can even see in my gameplay, you'll be seeing the live gameplay, but even in other gameplay I show you in replays and stuff, you can even just tell, just from looking, just the visual evidence, like, it has to be off. Yeah, there's no way aim assist could be on if, like, my crosshair is doing that. So, yeah. I don't use the default controls either. I won't say what controls I do use in terms of the button mapping. I mean, yeah, like, I'll just say, for me, reload is not mapped to square. I'll say that much, because it is mapped to square by default, but yeah, I put it on another button. So I've made it as close as I can to like a PC experience, yeah, without actually having to cheat and use Zim or something like that. Like, it's just, yeah, like the equivalent of a cheat box with a fighting game. Yeah, I don't need stuff like that. I'll just, yeah, turn aim assist off, put the sensitivity of the sticks up to 100% for like both horizontal and vertical, and yeah, have my signature set of buttons. You might be able to just glean what they are from the UI or whatever you call it, yeah, the HUD in a match. Yeah, you might just be able to tell when you look at things like the icons in the bottom right corner. Yeah, fine, but it won't tell you everything. I know there's gonna be, it's just me being a streamer and stuff now. Like, I know there's always gonna be things that people like, things that I do that people try and copy. I know that, but because I'm expecting it and counting on it and stuff, yeah, just so many things that I either try and make uncopyable, or it's like a case of you can copy my moves, but you can't copy my power. So basically, you can copy what I do, but you can't copy how well I do it, and you definitely can't copy the way I do it. I'm gonna go to Rhine because there's something that correlates between him and the new character that's just been revealed that we're getting with season 6, Ilari. Yes, the solar powered support. Um, oh god, PS4's. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, apologies for that. I know it's not an issue when I play a game on the Switch, but yeah, sometimes the PS4 likes to make a din like that. Can't be helped really. It's because this is a modern game, yeah, and PS4's not really current gen like PS5 is. Um, but yeah, I just went to Rhine first because I just thought when I saw Ilari, if you fused her and Rhine, then you basically get Escanor. Praise the sun. Yeah, if you get like, well, or you could say it's like Ryan on the outside and Ilari on the inside. Yeah, then um, yeah, it's basically Escanor. So and yeah, just that is one of the things I already came up with. Yeah, one of the crossover ideas, Seven Deadly Sins, because it is an anime, and yeah, the only crossover they've done so far is an anime. So Seven Deadly Sins is one of my next favorites after Bleach. Bleach is my favorite. Um, so I was thinking, yeah, you could maybe have Escanor, Rhine. I was thinking because Ban's name is spelt like that, it's spelt like the English word, it caused a bit of confusion. So I was thinking you could make the name of the skin Greed. Yeah, so you could name it after like the sin that he embodies. Yeah, instead of his name, yeah, it could be his sin instead. So it'd be like Greed Kiriko. Um, Merlin Moira, yeah, because Merlin and Moira both have that sort of yeah, like mature woman sort of like genius scientist and like limitless potential thing going on. What else was there? Meliodas Genji because of the dragon thing. Yeah, Dragon Sin of Wrath. Um, what else? I don't think I came up with one for Gother. Yeah, I think that one kind of eluded me. I think, yeah, it'd be Deanne Brigg. So like earth and spirited, like female and stuff. Like you know, Deanne's got is like that spiritually because she literally has like earth powers and stuff. But yeah, Briggs kind of like that. I think of all the female characters in this game, yeah, she's the one with the most sort of, like earthy spirit, with like the whole hard work sort of thing. And yeah, if you want to make it astrological, if I could like peg her as being any sign, it would be Taurus, I think. And Diane being a member of the giant race, and Taurus being known for size and stuff, as in like lots of it. Hence the things like security and wealth and padding and stuff like that. Yeah, things that basically mean you don't have to worry about stuff because it's opposite. Yeah, Scorpio, like I'm one of those. Yeah, that's the warrior. Yeah, because it's got no security, it's got no padding, so it's like it's just a hypersensitive sort of like squishy, gooey core sort of thing. So it's like always like afraid. But yeah, Taurus is a bit more on the courage side. And yeah, you see that in Briggs' behavior as well. Yeah, like was that one voice line she has. Yeah, was that supposed to scare me? Yeah, she doesn't really do fearing things, and she's got the lion motif as well. Lion's like a symbol of bravery. Yeah. So Deanne Brigg. Not sure about King though. Um, hmm, yeah, that's a Oh yeah, Sigma. Yeah, it'd be Sigma because like one of well, spoiler alert. Yeah, if you haven't watched the anime yourself, yeah, there's a point where King takes on a form where it makes him all like the maestro, basically, all scholarly and like a gentleman sort of thing. And yeah, it basically makes him just like Sigma. Yeah, when he's in that form, because his default form is just like yeah, he's just like a boy. Yeah, sort of that is constantly assuming things and like I don't know, keeping stuff to himself that he should probably communicate, but never seems to. Because he's the his sin is sloth. Yeah, so he's a bit like slow on the uptake. Uh, Not really good at getting shit done, but he really cares about his friends and he's good at emotion. Yeah, I know that much because he's been brought to tears a fair few times. So if I pegged King as being any sign, it'd probably be Pisces. And yeah, Sigma seems to have that going on as well. Uh, okay, what's gonna do next? Replays. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking, "Oh, what's the point?" I don't know. I will get to the matches eventually. Don't worry about that. But there's some replays of matches I've had recently that I feel like I just want to show you them because they're like really entertaining. Especially the first one. Yeah, I think it was on Havana, and basically all I did the entire match was just because I was Lucio. I just used beat to just deny the enemy mayor and getting any value with Blizzard. Every time she did Blizzard, I dropped the beat, and then she must have just whoever was playing as her must have just been thinking, "Dude, stop doing that." And I'm just like, no. Oh yeah, can't wait to show you that. Right, yeah, let's get to it. Career profile, replays. Oh yeah, that one. I think I'll show you last. Yeah, before I get to the matches. So I got the juiciest of Death Blossoms as Reaper on Gibraltar. Yeah, and I kind of when I was doing it at the time of it happening, I kind of made a bit too much noise because like well, I kind of roared and stuff. To be honest, while I was doing it, but I just couldn't help it. Right. I'm gonna say. Um, oh yeah, that Kiriko. I'm just thinking about the volume. I might need to turn it up, but meh. I'm just wondering what Soldier is doing there, why he just walked into the damage. Just wondering where everybody else is. Busy being dead. Like me and the enemies can value our lives, but teammates, it just always seems to be beyond them. Tried to save him. He was too determined to die. Teammate Kiriko, the legend. I got a few tricks. Fuck's that hog doing in the back line? There you have it. Yeah, I guess I remembered it wrongly. I thought that awesome teammate Kiriko did the voice line thing again the second time I dropped the beat, but oh, she did it the first time. That's all that matters. Yeah, I got him. I got him. I got a few tricks. I love teammates like that. Ugh. Yeah, every time the enemy May goes in with Blizzard, she just doesn't reckon on it. She doesn't just think to herself, it's probably pointless because that Lucio is just gonna drop the beat and block all the damage. I'm used to enemies playing well though, so I'm not used to them failing to account for things like that. I'm used to them acting, at least acting like they're pro players. Yeah, some of the it only ever seems to be the enemies that do that, never the teammates. Oh god, I just really don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, or like saying the same sort of shit over and over again. But it's just when the things I say sort of go into commentary mode, then it's like if I'm basically just saying what's happening as it's happening, then if the same shit happens every time, then that's why I end up saying the same shit every time. Because what happens just never deviates. Yeah, it never does anything else. Like it just does that same thing every time. Like makes the enemies sort of like the super ultra mega tryhards, and then makes the teammates just brain dead. Just playing slots, really. Yeah, once in a blue moon, you hit the jackpot, and then that's it. The equivalent of that in this game is you having actually competent teammates that you can win with. So it's just, yeah, it's a patience game, really. Yeah, you just whoop. You're just waiting for them to finally turn up. Yeah. So it's a sometimes this, other times that deal with the teammates, but with the enemies, it's an always that thing. Yeah. I think it's a shame because I kind of want to show you more, but I think because of time constraints, I think I can only really afford to show you two more, and it's these two most recent ones. Yeah. I think Numbani was Echo. I think for the entire match. Yeah, deathless. And Gibraltar as one death. Yeah, started as Bastion and finished as Reaper. But yeah, about the volume. Yeah, sorry if it's a bit quiet. I can't tell because I'm not listening to the stream myself. I put my TV's volume on 4 because that's what I normally put it on when I play this game. But I tend to play the Switch games with the TV volume on 5 because I think that just audio levels are different on that console. Every time I go for the beam, fucking Lifeweaver pulls Zarya out of there. Yeah, I'll admit, a bit irresponsible of me that. Just getting sick of her always just getting babysat by Lifeweaver. Sigma just assailed him. No, it's, you suddenly get scared just because of me looking at him. Get melted, pissant. Mercy was really determined to save May. That was a good teammate, Hanzo. I think they knew, or at least that enemy Mercy did anyway, that May was the win condition. As long as they had May, they stood a chance. It's always the cheap brain dead annoying characters, Sombra being the main one, like I was saying earlier, but May is one of the next most after that. I don't mind when characters are annoying because they're strong, but I do mind when they're strong because they're annoying, right? Them being annoying shouldn't be enough to make them strong, but when it is, it just pisses me the hell off. It's not just this game either, it's any game. Yeah, JP comes to mind. I'm pretty sure, technically, at least for now, he's not actually the strongest. I think Ken is. Yeah, I think a lot of people have unanimously agreed upon Ken being the strongest, as I'm saying this, yeah. But yeah, JP's up there. And my Street Fighter main, Kami, is up there as well. So it would seem if you're a speedster, you're up there because you kind of counter JP. And yeah, if you're a heavy hitter as well. So I think Ken's just fast enough and strong enough. So you could even say he's like the Captain Falcon of that game. Yeah, just not least because of the whole fire moves and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that really high combination of speed and power, and how he can basically just go through JP's annoying like purple spike bullshit, with Tatsu. Yeah. Yeah. I think all that just, of course, just puts Ken in the number one position. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with them as well. Oh, I've got to go to my perspective. The Eureka twins. Barry's shat herself as soon as I started shooting her. can hear that Farah, but I didn't know how to tell my teammates about her. All I could do was just hope that they would pay attention to her as well. Yeah, some of the teammates do. And there's a death. Teammates do that enemies don't. Yeah, teammates just have really low health and they're supposed to go and get healing from something and they just don't. They just keep acting like they're at full health. Enemies get tickled in the slightest and then they're just like, oh, you're not killing me, oh, you're not killing me. They run away and then they're desperately looking for healing from something. Oh dear. There's that insecurity. Oh no, I am unfortunate enough for you to be smart enough to deal with my DMing. I'll just ult you. Oh, you won't be able to deal with that. Oh no, you dealt with that too. I'm out of here. Here it comes. Wait for it. That wasn't the juicy one I was talking about, though. No, that is... Well, yeah. You can probably guess when that happens. Here is when I absolutely dominate the Widow. I couldn't help it. Yeah, I probably could have got the mega health, but I thought just in case there's enemies there. All me, baby. All me. Now that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, when I actually did that in the match, yeah, I just roared at the TV screen. I couldn't help it. It just felt so good. Ugh. Needless to say, I have a really strong Reaper. Yeah, he's my second strongest character overall, though. So yeah, of course. So the only character I can be more effective with than I can be with him is, of course, my main Moira. Who's my third? Mercy, I think. Yeah, which kind of makes sense because Moira is the Reaper and Mercy put together essentially. So yeah, but second and third together, you can get first. Casually getting another 5k, yeah, killing the entire team. I had to wait for the right moment, but then again, yeah, I'll just be honest, they had no choice really but to congregate and occupy that space. I think Cass only didn't get taken out by the Death Blossom because he was still coming back from his spawn room. But I still finished him off anyway. I think my teammates thought I'd cleared all of them out, so there wasn't anybody left to kill, and I just, yeah. As well as hearing him taking shots at me, of course it was me he was shooting at, because I just wiped out all of his teammates, so yeah, it just felt like I was the only one paying attention to him. So he should have died faster than that, because it shouldn't have just been me shooting at him, but, you know, still died pretty fast anyway, because, well, yeah, like I said, it was me shooting at him. Right, so yeah, at least you got to see some of my gameplay before I made that blunder and stuff for my hearing. So yeah, don't want to make excuses even in advance, but yeah, I'm just saying it might be an issue. But yeah, I played out those matches. I've just shown you the replays of. Yeah, I played them out before the accident happened. So yeah, I couldn't use that excuse for the gameplay of those matches. But then again, as you've just seen, there was nothing for me to make excuses about. Yeah. Or I'll put it this way: there was nothing I needed to excuse myself for. Yeah. I'll see if at the end, after I do the thing I usually do, which is a round of matches and Mr. Heroes. That's like just standard for me. At the end of that, just because I think it's just about still available. Because I think season 6 starts tomorrow. Tomorrow as of me saying this. I might try and get in some matches of Mischief and Magic as well, or Prop Hunt as they tend to call it. Yeah, because I've played that. It's really fun. It was most fun at the start, I think, as some of you might expect. But yeah, it did get less fun, like the more of it I played, so um, I'll I'll just try and remind myself what it was like the first time I tried it. It was like it was the most fun it ever has been so far. Yeah. There are definitely strats. Um, like I've seen people like it tends to be you just choose the object to disguise yourself as. So you're just making it just the one that takes up the least space is the least conspicuous. So it's basically the smallest. Yeah, I think it's the vase. Um, and I've seen people literally go into like walls. So use clipping. They literally use clipping of the graphics to basically put themselves at least partially inside a wall to be even less visible. So they're treating it like as if they're not even disguised as an object. Yeah, like they're treating it as if they're still in Kuriko form. And then when it makes you automatically taunt, well, when you're one of the Kirikos, yeah, when it makes you automatically taunt like more and more often towards the end of the round, and yeah, it's basically you gotta move then, because if you stay still, they're just gonna cotton on to where you are. Just yeah, at least one of them's gonna try and get you. If not, just dash straight towards where you are, and just that's it, you're dead. Um, yeah, it's mainly just don't go out in the open. Basically, yeah, treat it like as if sound is muffled by having to go through solid objects. Yeah, so like going in corners, like in rooms and stuff, is always going to be like more optimal than just being out in the open, where the sound can just go in all directions. Even if there's objects near you that you're just trying to like act as like another one of. Yeah, it's like they'll just attack all of the objects, and because one of them is you, eventually, you're just gonna get found and like hit, and that's it. You're out of it. Um, so yeah, there's definitely strats. Like going what's almost out of bounds, yeah, like almost in the water or something, or going like really high up somewhere. Yeah, so a lot of people use those strategies. But yeah, it's just what you do in the final moments, yeah, when you're forced to like make more noise with the taunting and stuff. Yeah, it's like I think that's where I don't know, what you do really matters. Okay. And normally the matches I would just have just now, yeah, like the matches I would have of one session on a given day, I would watch the replays of those matches on the session of the next day. So, say Wednesday's matches, yeah, if I play them out, I would, yeah, like when it gets to Friday's session, I would watch the replays and stuff at the beginning before playing Friday's matches. So that's how I tend to do it. But I think they're going to get scrapped because season 6 starts tomorrow. Yeah, all the replays are going to be gone, probably. So I'm going to have nothing to watch at the beginning of Friday's session. So I don't need to worry about there being no more room to pin replays, and all the replays of these matches I'm just going to have now sort of being put out of the recent list because of me playing Mischief and Magic at the end. Yeah, I don't need to fret about that so much. Because normally I would, because yeah, normally I absolutely hate it when an update that like an update just scraps all the replays you had and stuff, and if you were gonna watch any the next time you played the game. Oh, home map of my main. Did not want to be Bastion on a control map. But we have a sim. Yeah, he gets all the help and I get none. Oh, now we're in business. Might not be in business. Really, you pull out the Glock just for me. Of course, you're not getting punished for that. Nobody stops her doing that. Okay, this ain't working, is it? Boring. Just trusting my teammates to try as hard to win as the enemies are doing, and yet again. Same as always. It's not really pessimism when the enemies do it, though. When the enemies do it, it's more like realism. They're just accepting their fate. Because they know when I have competent teammates, there's no hope. No hope for the enemies. So they don't even try to win. The hell? This should be fun. Of course they have a Farah. Of course they do. Hell yeah! On your head, lass. They all want me now. Holy shit, Ram, go on, lad. She couldn't make it. Ow! I thought my triple kill tire would have got it for me. Sigma diff. Oh. Still pretty proud of that tire though, yeah. I admit it may not be a masterclass in how to tire, but I mean, I don't see content creators like ones that I know are really good at the game. I don't see them plays Junkrat too often, so like I don't really get that many pointers of like how to use tire properly, as in like maximum value with it and be like sort of sneakiest and most cunning with it. But I know enough, I guess. Yeah, I know that having it against the wall muffles the sound. Yeah, I know that much. That's a really handy thing to know, actually. Yeah. Yeah, right. Ram. I know it may sound cliche, but Ram carried. Oh, I want to give it to both the Mercies, but only got one left. That sucks. Like the supports are always the ones that deserve it the most. Well, it being the endorsement. But screw it, I'll just give it to Bastion. Yeah, I told you it'd be fun. Kinda wasn't expecting Ram to pop off, but I ain't complaining. I'm very glad he did. I haven't been here in a while, actually. I know the Summer Games event is finished, but I still got this skin equipped anyway, because it's still like an Olympics time of year. Don't throw it alone, Kiriko! Waiting for him to stop feeding! Then again, it might just be their way of switching character. I'm actually getting timed out. just in case. Probably take care of the soldier. You know. Oh yeah! Fucking hell. Fuck am I even supposed to do? It only puts a soldier player like that in the enemy team, doesn't it? Oh, he's ulting again. What a surprise. Just only ever wants to put players like that as my enemies. Yeah, and it never puts them on my team so I can, win. Or even if it does put them on my team, they just decide to just not pop off like that just because they're my teammate that much. More time wasting. I'll take the free XP. See me actually putting the work in with the pulse and everything, and I just expect my teammates to be up to the same standard, and I'm like, hey, I'm clearly the star player on my team. That fucker, that soldier that's having all the fucking resources packed into him because they can clearly sense, just like I can, that he's that team's star player. Like, come on. If his teammates are doing that for him, why aren't mine doing that for me? Oh yeah. Wow, I was the only one trying to kill her. What a surprise. Nobody else wants her dead. You know, she's clearly the one that needs to die. They expect competence from her teammates and never get it. He's just letting the rockets hit him. Yeah, of course, the enemies are going to make all the right moves. They're all just ignoring that Ash. Yeah, she can just do what she wants and just run around and just, yeah, not get punished for it. Because I'm the only one trying to kill her. Teammates are just busy just dying. Not even any point, is there? I do everything right, as long as my teammates do everything wrong. Pointless to even fucking try and win. It's funny how the enemies always do everything right, though, yeah. They can match that about me, but my teammates can't. You're misjudging the range there, pal. And of course, no help. Yeah, sure, no help. Don't care. Oh, you did that because I got no help. Yeah, try doing it when I do get help. Oh yeah, then I forgot you won't go for it. You run away like a pathetic coward. Yeah, you're lucky enough to get help by your teammates. Funny how you require luck to stand a chance. Yeah, don't just ignore that sojourn, guys. Yeah, just keep ignoring her. Yeah, let her get away with a life. Yep. Nice try. When I make all the enemies pay attention to me, I'm waiting for my teammates to just crush them, but they just don't. Yeah, drag them all towards me and expect my teammates to capitalise on that. Yeah, that's it. C9. C9, yeah. Get on with it. Play the game badly on purpose because you're my teammate. I wouldn't care as much if the enemies were just, upon noticing my teammates are playing badly, the enemies just played badly as well to even it out, but no, they can just never find it in their hearts, can they? Funny that. More time wasting bullcrap. I hit 4 fucking enemies with that EMP. My teammates are supposed to do something with that. What do they do? Fuck all. It's a 1v5, isn't it? And those sorts of matches. I'm the only one on my team with any presence. Oh yeah. Yeah. And nobody kills the sniper. Boring. Let's have a set of teammates that actually pay attention to the main threat. Shouldn't have to be me, but it always does have to be. It's not my job. Usually because I'm not a character that's best equipped to do it. I'm thinking at the one of my teammates that is that character. Come on, it's your job. Right, fine, I'll do it then. I shouldn't have to, but if I don't do it, the fucker ain't gonna die. And they need to die because, well, they're that dangerous. Getting you, Dave. repeatedly headbutting a brick wall. The enemies can play that well, why can't my fucking teammates? Oh. Good work. I'll give them that. Credit where it's due, good work to the teammates. Yeah, everybody ignoring the Roadhog. Me having to deal with him all on my own. And of course, I'm the first one to pay attention to him, so I'm the first one he shoots at. Teammates are really just that determined to lose. It's boring the fuck out of me. But I'm patient. That's my innate talent. You're the rooster. If any of you watching are a fellow sort of rooster, sort of year animals, then yeah. It's nice to know people out there understand. It's the Virgo equivalent, if you're wondering, yeah. Hence the patience. Oh, look who's all big dick energy, because he's lucky enough to have competent teammates. Yeah, it's a shame I can't be that lucky, isn't it? Yeah, such a shame. It's just luck, isn't it? So sad. And of course, everybody else ignores him and lets him get away with his life. Come on, there's multiple of you teammates and one of him. Yeah, nice one, P-Brain, sealing our defeat. Just enjoy your P-Brainery. There's nothing you're ever going to be able to do about it. You're never going to be able to cast it away. You're always going to be a pea-brain. You're always going to lose. To bring down the people on your team that are infinitely better at the game than you. To your level. Because it's never just you, is it? It's never just one brain dead on the team. But yeah, if I gave a shit about how it being guaranteed to play out this way, I wouldn't have streamed the game. No. I'm fine with trusting something as long as it shows off how disappointing it is. When you trust it and it betrays you. As if I show off its disappointment and that's the first step towards it getting forcibly turned into something not disappointing. Thanks for the help, Junkrat. Yeah, you're just sitting back there being useless. Yeah, it's your shame. It's yours. It's all yours. You're the one who gets shown up for being brain dead. I'm doing the world a favour. Showing them who to converge upon. Nah, I'm just gonna let you die. That's what you do to me. You stab me in the back. Oh, you want help? You ain't getting it, brain dead. Try stopping being brain dead, then I might help you. Oh, look, the enemies. The enemies can manage it. Now fuck out, you little shits! You're welcome. scared. Nice, Farah. Has to be Reaper, doesn't it? Ugh. I'm gonna say that one is a video clip actually. Yeah. This is something I can do with this setup, streaming, yeah, that I wouldn't be able to do if I was using the PS4 itself. So yeah, that's a good one. I don't think I'm going to be able to top that. I might try, but I think that's definitely highlight worthy. If I'm in that mood and it just puts me as Reaper, then yeah. Always tries putting them as the cheese characters though, yeah, like the most annoying ones, like Sombra, May, who else? Farah. Yeah, just the side thorns really. Just keeps putting them as them just to try and give them a helping hand, and I'm like, no, no. Yeah, I think it might be something to do with the spirit Reaper embodies. Yeah, it's just really difficult to counter it with anything. Yeah, there's characters that counter almost the entire roster, but like, yeah, I say almost. He's one of the few that makes it almost because he can just shrug it off. Yeah, it means that he might have to like leave the main fight alone in a way that makes it like a 4v5. So like four of his team versus like five of the enemy team in the main fight. Sadly, he might be forced to do that, but yeah, that's the extremity of his playstyle. Yeah, when you capitalize on how when your enemies are distracted by your teammates, then you go in and you start shooting shit up. You kill it before it can even cotton on to the fact that you're there. Yeah, that's how you play Reaper. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, he's my second strongest character. Like, I'm very well versed in how you're supposed to play him, as you've just seen proof of just now. But yeah, it is kind of bipolar. Yeah, you're either getting no value or you're getting like more than enough value. Um, he's not the only character that works like that. I think that Sombra and Widow, I think, are even more that sort of style. Yeah, it's like they can be a dead weight if they're just not doing the job, or they can be carrying the team because of like yeah. With Sombra, it's more communication based. Like, oh guys, I hacked this target. Let's all focus them down to make sure they're dead before the hack wears off. And with Widow, it's just yeah, like she's a cross between Sombra and Reaper. Yeah, it's like Reaper sort of capitalizing on when his enemies are distracted by his teammates. Yeah, Widow does that as well. Hell, even Tracer does that. Yeah, but in like a way that's more like Reaper, obviously, because of being like deadly at close range. But she does it more with speed, and of course, yeah, he does it more with power. So let me just check how things are. Yeah, I think we could keep going. Let me check the challenges a second. Really? I've only done one? I think we've got to get that one. Casual dedication to at least 15. Because I tend to play, like, I think at least, or on average, 3 times a week. So yeah, 3 times 15 equals 45. So yeah, it should complete that challenge. Okay. Oh, on to the next one. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I was finally allowed to pop off, and for my popping off to actually amount to something. Credit to my teammates. Yeah, it's almost like they got heartened. Yeah, I feel like I hope I did anyway. I feel like I gave them a morale boost by popping off. Yeah, I feel like there was like a sort of figurative heart. Yeah, it was like there's like a team heart that was there. From when I popped off onwards, that like wasn't really there before I popped off. Hmm. The hell? Bastion again. Ugh. I just feel like it putting me as Bastion, especially at first. Yeah, first character it puts me as. It's like a declaration of intent. Hmm. Oh, hell no! Whoa. Eat. Oh, putting me as a cheese character now, eh? See what I can do. Use the teleporter's end. Nice. So, Yeah, you would turn tail, wouldn't you? Nice Reaper. Oh my god, Reaper, go on, lad! Oh yeah. Oh, nice sig. Oh. Hmm? You're welcome. What are you doing? Keeps putting them as hit scan. come on! How determined do you have to be to lose? Fucking hell. Oh, it's the cheese characters. Main Sombra. Yeah, sure. And putting all that work in and letting it be made to count for nothing. Fucking hell. I put that much work in. I fucking win. Those are the rules. Just keeps putting them as either hit scan or cheese character or both. It knows that either hit scan is effective against me. Hit scan's effective against my character. Because she's kind of spindly, so difficult for projectilers to hit. But if it's a hit scan, they're like, oh yeah, my ammunition travels really fast. So, yeah, not so difficult to hit Symmetra. So it puts them as hit scan to try and target me and or let the enemies counter me, and or it just puts them as cheese characters because it knows that my teammates are usually going to be brain dead enough to not know how to deal with that shit. Lenny. Dental plan. Hey Homer, how about a breakfast churro? Well, more breakfast churros for Lenny. Take it out, take it out. Put it back in, put it back in. At least a couple more. Might actually save that one as well. Shambali! She's a real one. Yes, I have what is objectively the best skin in the game. Oh god, we went out of range. I'm trying to change the beam target, it's not working. Oh, Reaper. would have to take the entire team, wouldn't it? Zen Bastion. Robo Buddies. That's a good combination. Meta strats. Well dealt with, guys. Nice one. Oh yeah! The meta strats. Yeah, remember, guys, when you're playing a Zen, just using your teammates to body block for you is one of the best things you can do. Yeah, Zen is able to get so much more value, and he literally can't be hit because the opponents are even just yeah, even if they don't mean to take the hits for you, that's still what they're doing. So yeah, and it means that if they're if it's your teammates, I mean, yeah, even if your teammates are or as long as your teammates are between you and what's shooting at you, yeah, you can't be hit. So that means you don't have to get to cover, and that means you can get way more value because Zen he's kind of a Saggy spirit, yeah, like what as in Sagittarius. So he's I think he's more about continuity. Yeah, if he can keep what he's doing going, he's gonna fare better. I mean, he has been given things that reward patience and stuff, as in like switching, being a bit less continuous, and like switching from one phase to another, from like offense to defense, which are his health pool shields. Yeah, that rewards sort of knowing when to back off and let them restore and everything. And then once they have, then you go back to wailing on the enemy. But yeah, I think Zen, yeah, he just really does like to be continuous. They were all good. Um, I wish I could give endorsements to all of them because they deserve it. Um, I'll give it to the ones that can heal the teammates. Hmm. Let me see. It's just gone 10 p.m. UK time as of recording this. Um, oh, I've just seen the chat. I don't know if you're still here. Sorry if I didn't respond immediately. I can't always see the phone screen because yeah, I've got the box in the way so that I don't get distracted when I'm playing matches. But yeah, Charlotte, I've just seen your message. Yeah, so I really, I'm sorry if I made you wait, but yeah, I do remember you. I kind of didn't expect you to tune into anything that's. Oh God, I'm sounding judgmental as hell now, but yeah, I didn't expect you to tune into anything that's not Nintendo, but yeah, because I just, I don't know, it's just general consensus. It's not my opinion, it's not even my assumption, but like, yeah, just what tends to happen is if people tune into streams about games that are particular developer and stuff, they might only sort of tune into ones like that, like Nintendo sort of games and stuff. So I wasn't really expecting anyone who tuned into one of those streams and while playing one of those games to tune into this one, because this, of course, isn't Nintendo. Well, of course, it is on Switch, um, but yeah, it's not made by Nintendo, so yeah, they just let it be on their platform. But yeah, Charlotte, I do remember you, and if you're gone because I didn't respond, I totally understand. It's just yeah, it's my problem, not yours and stuff. Yeah, it's my fault. I mean, uh, um, so yeah, sorry even in advance about any unresponsiveness. It's just the way it is at the moment. Yeah, I just don't really see the phone screen with this setup because I have to like cover it so I don't get distracted. But in the future, when I'm using the proper setup with the capture card and everything, yeah, I should be able to, yeah, like it won't be obstructed. So it'll basically just be, I'll easily be able to see it as long as I check it. Yeah. So if that, then it's just on me. Yeah. If I don't check it, that's just, yeah. But yeah, I remember all of you. Don't worry about that. I've got a good memory. So if your question is remember me, and you're asking me it, yeah, the answer is pretty much always yes. That's why I become so powerful. I don't want to sound too edgy, but yeah, it's just I'm like a sponge. Yeah, it's like every piece of knowledge I absorb, it just yeah. I've had that sort of hellish, chaotic life where I feel like letting it slip through my fingers is probably a bad idea. I should keep it on file because, I don't know, I might need it to resist against things because there's so much I'm always having to resist against. So my memory's got used to that, and it's just, yeah, that's just the way it is now. Yeah, it just doesn't really forget stuff. So I'm kind of a general knowledge master. Hell, I already was that in year 7, yeah, in high school. So I remember there was an English lesson where we did a general knowledge quiz, and I fucking won on my own. Everybody else was in a team of at least 2, and nobody wanted to be in a team with me. And I'm like, right, I just get more glory then because like I haven't needed somebody else's assistance to win this thing. So I won it. I remember one of the questions on it as well being, what's the plural of ox? I was one of, if not the only one in the entire class that got it right. It's oxen. Yeah, I think everybody else put something like oxes or something. Yeah, and I'm thinking of them. Like, I know that's what you're gonna put, and I know that's wrong and stuff. Yeah, they were in the highest set with me though. Of course, I was gonna be there because of already being like super smart. Yeah, set 1. I mean, yeah, it's like British high schools and stuff. Some of the subjects, yeah, they're like the students are split into sets. So I was in set 1 for everything because of, yeah, being just that intelligent. So yeah, English, of course, being one of those set subjects, like the other 2 main ones, maths and science. Yeah, I was thinking of all the other students. I'm like, hey, you must be at least somewhat smart if you're in this set with me. So I'm just wondering why the hell so many of you are getting that question wrong. Yeah, I just come across that piece of trivia, if you want to call it that. Yeah, the plural of that word is oxen and stuff. Yeah, I came across that at some point. I don't know, it just stayed in my memory. Yeah, I just, yeah, when I got asked a question, it triggered that memory and made me get it right. So, and I clearly got more right than all the teams did, because, yeah, my score was the highest by the end of it, and yeah, I won as a result. Oh, it's one of the best memories, is that, yeah. Oh, yeah, my teacher in that year was an absolute sound dude, yeah. It's really lenient as well. I remember when it was coming up for the holidays, like in the middle of the year, like so Christmas holidays, in the middle of the school year. I mean, he'd let us start watching things on the sort of CRT, because that's how it was back then. Yeah, the TV and stuff that was on that like trolley thing. He'd let us start watching films or programs on that way before the teachers at other subjects did. Yeah, so that's of course he got favoured by us. Yeah. Yeah, absolute sound dude. I don't know how to say his name though. Like it's always name things like it just makes it more personal. I'm not sure about how personal to make it, but yeah, I feel like if they did me that much sort of justice and stuff, and they were that sort of awesome a teacher, yeah, I feel like they deserve to be shouted out. And I think I talked about my PE teacher in a recent stream as well. Yeah, he was another really sound dude. Yeah, I think. So yeah, my year 7 English teacher, I think, was called Mr. Massey, and my all 3 of the years, it would have been 5, but the last 2 got ruined by something, or should I say someone, and their blind ambition. So it was just year 7, 8, and 9. But for all those 3 years, I had the same PE teacher, yeah, Mr. Nicholson. And I had a French teacher in year 7, a woman that was legendary, one of the best people I've ever met. It was an absolute joy and pleasure to be taught French by her for a full year straight. But tragically, I can't remember her name. Really disappointed with myself for that one, but yeah, I remember she was Scouse though. Yeah, she's like, as you can tell from her accent, yeah, she's from Liverpool. So it's really cheery and bubbly and friendly and just, yeah, it's awesome. Okay, there's enough reminiscing, because it's taking up time. I think I might be able to do Mischief and Magic for up to an hour. Up to, yeah. because yeah, like I said, the main meal today, yeah, Wednesday's main meal, it takes quite a while to make, so I shouldn't leave it too late, because then by the time I start eating it, it'll be like way too late. Something I normally do before I go into Mischief and Magic, or at least the arcade, yeah, because Lucio Ball tends to replace all the highlights with stuff I do in that minigame. So basically, I want to watch all the highlights from stuff I've done in Mystery Heroes before they end up getting swapped. But yeah, I don't seem to be getting a response from Charlotte, so she must have left. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, like I said, it's understandable if I'm not responding. Oh, there's only so much I can do about these things. We've seen the PRTGs, so it's just the other three. Check them out. And then we'll get into hide and seek mode. It's pretty obvious what this one was. The pulse bomb. Okay, let's jump in. My PS4 pipes the fuck down. Come on. I've gone to this part of the menu. Going here is supposed to make it shut the fuck up. There you go. of course it would be a fuck by putting me in the middle of a match instead of at the beginning of one. Wanna be the vase? Oh, come on. Don't get why it just gave it him on a plate there, but... And... Oh. I was gonna say, you're dead. Oh yeah. I had a feeling. teammates making it their mission to be brain dead again. I literally pressed the button right before he did that. It just doesn't want to pick it up. Don't want to register my input. Cheating just to make sure I lose. Kind of sad, really, but oh well. You almost gave it to him on a plate. See what I mean? Trying to lose. She's just lucky he didn't just dash. Oh. I don't know how you missed that. Oh, she was right in the middle of you, and you just can't find that. Yeah. Okay, you just settle for being brain dead then. You just do that. Okay, fine. I literally just dash straight to them, and the game's like, no, you're not hitting them. I'm saving them because I'm biased towards this team. I'm only going to let this team win. I'm going to cheat and fuck your team over. Just to make sure your enemies win. Okay, fine, cheat then. I don't care. This means you're the disappointing one. Dumb fuck. She's literally turning. Like, how do you not see that? For that long, I mean. They saw it eventually, but should have noticed it as early as I did. Yeah, I threw. I don't care. It literally made them spawn right where I was, so that's kind of the game's fault. If it could just kindly make them spawn anywhere else. If it's trying to screw me and only me, then yeah. I must be the linchpin. congregating. All you have to do in the final few seconds is just go to opposite end of the map to your teammate, and that's it. There's the checkmates, the Genjis. There's literally no way they can. Yeah. They're always more likely to get the Kiriko if all 5 of them are going for her. So if they have to split up, yeah. That's 2 on the first Kiriko and 3 on the second. Yeah, it's just. A shark, really. That's complete bullshit. What the fuck were they doing? Yeah, you see there. Yeah, I got her, and it's just the game's just like, nope. And don't say she faded to avoid it, because the sword hit her before the fade. But it's just acting like she faded in time. No. Just mashing it. There's no good timing here. Yeah, sure. Go out in the open, thrower. Go out in the fucking open when you're supposed to just climb the fucking thing. Yeah, make the bad decision instead of the fucking good one. Of course. Wow, Lothlorien, that's actually kind of fitting. Yeah, it's sad, worthless nothings for teammates. You expect them to just find the fucker, and it's just always beyond them. If it could just, if fate could just not make intolerant pieces of shit leave my team in the middle of the match. Pathetic. Left. Thought they could outsmart me. Nope. You can't outsmart me! I'm the outsmarter! Fucking sure. Of course they just choose to do that randomly. Oh, come on, that was definitely stun-worthy. Yeah, now they're just... Yeah, they're doing the old throw thing again. There was no reason for the guy to lash out at me. But if he's making it obvious he's gonna lash out where you are, just fucking stun him. I have an excuse. they just let him kill them. He telegraphed the fuck out of what he was gonna do. He had all the time in the world to stun him. He just didn't. Nice kill. Cool under pressure. And of course they're all clustering together. Why? What would possess you to just suddenly do that? If you're not cheating, you have to be cheating to just be inspired with the, oh, there might be something around here. No. There was nothing that actively told you on there. There's no voice line or anything. You have to be cheating. Because otherwise you just leave that area alone because there's never anything normally there. Yeah, trying to lose again. Yeah, definitely throwing. Funny how the enemies don't do that when they're Kiriko. Like, the enemies actually try to win. Stop throwing, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he just gets rewarded for being brain dead and nonsensical. Yeah. So what the fuck is that? No rhyme or reason. Making a beeline straight for where we're hiding. Yeah, it's like you're using something that tells you where we are. Well, we got there in the end. Alright. I think that should do it for today. It was good, actually. Yeah, I liked it. Some obvious sort of peeves in there. But yeah, there's no point harping on about them. It's just, it affects everyone that way. It's just the way this game is, so meh. I'm still gonna play it. That's what you do. You be patient with something like that. If you know you can cause it, wait, other way around. You know it can cause you joy. You wait for it to switch to that face, or it's actually tolerable. You'll be rewarded for your patience. And yeah, just be grateful for when it's that way, for when it's as fun as you know it can be, eventually. Oh, I don't really like two-faced things, but they're everywhere, so it's not like you can really avoid them, so you just gotta deal with them as, I don't know. You gotta deal with them accordingly. Yeah, just to make the PS4 quiet the fuck down. So, yeah, that was a good one. Hopefully, I'll do it again next Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Oh, a certain someone doesn't seem to be able to make up their mind. Oh, hope he's doing okay. Yeah, say streamer friend. It's also the partner of another streamer friend I have. Yeah, might as well give him a shout out. I've already given the female one of them a shout out, but yeah, the one you just saw there is Kenshin. Yeah, so he streams fairly regularly. I don't think he's been too active of late, but his content's definitely worth checking out. As you can probably tell from his username, Kenshin Cloud. Yeah, the Cloud part tells you what I'm pretty sure is his favourite franchise, Final Fantasy. Because of course Cloud's the pro tag of Final Fantasy VII. So if you like that franchise as well, and you're most likely passionate about it, because there doesn't seem to be any in between. You're either fully invested in it or you're not invested in it at all. Yeah, if you love Final Fantasy just like he does, then yeah, you're definitely gonna find value in his content. So yeah, check his channel out. And yeah, his partner Bloob. I've already shouted her out before. Yeah, check out her content as well. She's also into Final Fantasy. And I don't really have an opinion of it, like, because I haven't really been able to form one because I haven't been sort of involved with it enough. But I know that the facts sort of state that it's just objectively brilliant, really. Yeah. You look at the statistics and stuff and what makes a game good. Yeah. I've been recently watching the odd person play the newest game in that series. Yeah, like FF16, and yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Yeah, there seems to be elemental bosses. It reminded me of Sifu did that. Yeah, like there's an Earth guy. Yeah, it's not that much. In Sifu, it's a woman that's like representative of the Earth element, but yeah, it's definitely a man in FF16. So yeah, pretty darn cool boss fight. Um, Right, yeah. I will hopefully do this again on uh, next Wednesday. Yeah, it's going to be the Wednesday regular thing now. So, yeah, if you like good arse Overwatch 2 content, yeah, keep tuning in regularly. Because that's just as regularly as I'll try and stream it. Well, broadcast it, I mean, yeah, as in myself playing it, yeah. I think next stream going to be tomorrow, so well, yeah. Like, and by that I mean Thursday. Yeah. I thought, what date's it going to be? Hmm. 10th, I think. Yeah, Thursday, 10th of August, 2023. I'll be playing a game on stream that is more variety and stuff because I try and do that on Thursdays, like random game. Yeah, so it's going to be different like every time. Um, might not be different every time, but ideally it should be. Yeah. So yeah, this time or this week, it's definitely going to be different to the one I played on last week's Thursday. Yeah, because we're at this sort of time of year, yeah, in August and stuff. It's a very sporty sort of time of year, so I thought I'll play an installment in the Mario and Sonic Olympics series. Yeah, the Tokyo 2020 installment in particular. I've been reaffirming myself with that, just off screen, yeah, just like jogging my memory because I played it yesterday, but like before that time I played it, yeah, it'd been ages since the last time before that. So yeah, that I think I did just a few events and then I had to stop to like make my meal. But the events I did were like I think one of them was what I'm pretty sure is my favourite event in that game, boxing. So it was good to sort of get back into that groove because I like how much they honed and refined it. Yeah, with the controls. What else did I do? Sport climbing and canoeing. I think, yeah. I think the best way to play it is to do button controls for everything because I tried motion controls, which is more immersive. I'd rather do motion controls, like, or I'd rather it be not as clunky, but because of how clunky it is, and I think even more to the point, how you can't even use motion controls at every event. It's just not worth it. Yeah, like continuity just leads to strength. So, like, yeah, if you're using the same uh, control scheme every time, but like every event, then yeah, you get used to it, and then you get better at it. Always doing it than you would if you were doing it sometimes and not doing it other times. Because that's just how strength works. And on that note, I think I'm going to end. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, dudes.